Okay, here we go, fam. The Voice semifinal performances. Tonight, top 5 perform. It's the semifinals. And tomorrow night, there's going to be no instant saying. 3 artists are moving on to the finale. 2 are going home. And Blake was so funny tonight in his cold Vosbury beard. Oh, my goodness. The top 5 started out by performing Best Day of My Life by American authors. And this came on strong, so strong that I was kind of surprised. Will came in really strong, then James, but then Cole came in and something was going on with his mic. This was a group song that actually finally seemed to fit Jacquie's voice for a change, and it was pretty laid back, but they were kind of tentative when they went into the heavy harmony section when they all came together, but it came off pretty good. It was enjoyable, it wasn't magnificent, it wasn't terrible, it was alright. James Wolpert started out the performance. This is With or Without You by U2. And I don't know what was going on with the Rorschach screens he had behind him. Kind of distracting for me trying to figure out what was going on and listen to him at the same time. He came in nice with this and got a nice pleading tone going through the main part of the song, but I wasn't feeling much of the intensity that the song demands. It was a very solid vocal, though he kept pretty much on top of it. Adam stood for him. And, you know, what did you think? I thought it was just okay. Christina told him good job. Blake said he needed a moment like this, and he may have dug himself out of a hole. What you trying to imply, Blake? That he was in some kind of trouble? Danielle Bradbery was in the house and will be performing tomorrow night along with a bunch of other people. I announced them at the end. And also, please thumb it up, thumb it up, thumb it up. You know, sometimes I forget, so I know sometimes you forget. Thumb it up for me and let me know that you are enjoying the commentary, that you do appreciate it. Also, let other people know that we are over here discussing The Voice and might bring them over to discuss with us. Will Champlin was up next with Carry On by Fern. This was a great vocal from Will. He brought it light and sexy in the beginning and stayed connected to the lyric. I felt like the verse while he was walking to the mic was just a little low in his voice, but when he hit the midsection and them big notes, he really brought the intensity, even overshooting the mark, even a little sharp here and there. He ended strong and seemed to have surprised himself with the last falsetto note before the finish. He was like, yeah, you see, like he know where it came from to me. Adam didn't stand for him, and I do not know why. Ceelo said great song choice and said it was well executed. Blake said he was wrapped up in it and advised Will that it's exciting to see him enjoying himself up there. Of course it's exciting. If we see you excited and enjoying yourself, then we are going to enjoy ourselves. Does that make sense? The sing-off judges dropped in for a little promo before their show, and Jewel is now a judge while LaShae is hosting. Then we had Jacquie Lee performing Angel by McLachlan. And in the opening section, I could really feel her focus and energy as she was trying to hold back and control her vocal, and it sounded really nice to my ear. And she kept up some of that control as she got into the meat of the song. Even in the bigger sections, it seemed like she was just pulled back a little. She didn't really just let it go overpower us. She wasn't screaming at me, you know what I'm saying? And I really felt that she connected to the song. She even took me to church for a minute before she closed it out, right? Sweet and tender. Oh, Christina stood for her. Ceelo said it was amazing and it was the most perfect, wonderful. And then he veered off somewhere else. I suppose he's going to say performance. He also said we belong to each other, talking about everybody on the show. Cole Vosbury was up next. He did Shameless by Garth Brooks. It was written by Billy Joel. I don't know why he threw that in, but I guess he wanted to show it was kind of a country song, a little rockabilly feel. Cole finally got to play his piano, and Blake didn't pull him off of it during rehearsals, right? He been trying to play this piano forever. I thought it was funny that he was doing another country song, but Blake knows what he's doing. He knows how this thing works, right? In his defense, Cole sounds great on whatever he sings, and this was no different. He's got the perfect balance between smooth and gruff vocals and really delivered this lyric very well. He didn't go total rock star. He said, you know, I'm going to go total rock star when I stand up. He didn't really go total rock star when he stood up, but I like the vulnerability he brought when he was center stage. As he came down the stairs, he seemed a little unsure of what to do, you know, without his guitar. Blake stood for him and clapped like a maniac. Ceelo said he performs every song like it's his own. And last up, in the pimp spot, Tessanne Chin. She did Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel. One of my favorite songs of all time. And I gotta tell y'all, I am not gonna lie. Where's my tissue? Where's my tissue? I was tearing up before she even started. When she was in rehearsal, I was tearing up. and the tears just ran down my cheeks as I watched and listened. This was a beautiful, touching rendition. She didn't even play with the high notes like I thought she would, and I knew she could. She just kept it so straight, just did her thing, just had all this connection going on to the lyric, was emoting her behind off, and she let it marinate, and that last long note was gold. Adam stood for her while the audience whooped and hollered. Blake said it was beautiful and said he's a big fan of hers, and so am I. You know, on Twitter, I wrote, it's going to be Cole Vosbury and Tessanne Chen in the finale. Who's the third person? Let me know if you agree, and let me know who the third person is going to be down in the comment section. The Voice will have many performers tomorrow night, including Michelle Chamuel, the Swonn Brothers, Danielle, Bradbery, and Miss Christina Aguilera herself will be performing. Did I miss anybody? If I did, let me know down in the comments. But I'm so glad this show was shorter. I hope X Factor is going to be an hour, but I know it's going to be 2 hours because they already said people are going to be doing 2 songs apiece. Lord have mercy. Anyway, we ain't going to talk about X Factor tonight. We are talking about The Voice. I am so glad, and the show is... do you love it? Are you going to miss it after the week is up? Happy holidays from Robert Anton. I'm out. Peace. Oh, I had to cut the thing back on.